Hey, Gabi.
Hey, Taylor.
Welcome to our first episode of Double Gemini podcast.
We have a podcast?
We are literally doing that podcast as we speak.
Sick.
Sick, yeah. Well, welcome to Double Gemini podcast. We are a party in and of itself.
We're here to defend our star sign.
Yeah, we are here to defend our star sign because, as of recently, we have posted on TikTok, our first single TikTok. Maybe by the time this is out, we will have more. But follow us on TikTok, Double Gemini Podcast, linked wherever.
On all socials, Double Gemini Podcast.
That is also correct.
All major streaming platforms.
Well, that's hopefully what you're listening to right now.
Hopefully.
Anyways, no, so we posted a TikTok about our podcast here that we're talking about, that we're in, that we're experiencing, that we made. And one person said, we can't listen to this. There's two of you.
Who says you can't?
First off, I get it, but also no. Like, we're setting a new standard for what Geminis are. You're going to love us by the end of this. I swear to God.
And if you don't, I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, if you don't, then that's on you. That's not on us. We're delightful people.
We're not judgmental.
We're not two-faced.
No.
We'll be as real as possible with you, but you might see two different sides of us.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we're nice until we're wronged, and then that's when we switch. That's what people think being two-faced is, though.
Yeah, we won't, act one way to someone and then be like, oh, I hate that person. Like, if we don't like you, you're gonna know it. If we like you, you'll also know it. So, and on that note, yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Time to vibe. Yeah, we're all about vibes here. Like,
if you couldn't tell.
It's like, how much more pretentious can we get? We're all about vibes.
The funny thing is for the people not watching this, they're just gonna hear us and be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
They can hear it in our voices, though.
Okay.
It's the inflection of how we say vibes.
Fair enough. Words are my love language.
Speak your fucking truth. We... I don't even know. Like, we will say one thing, and 2 hours later, we will still be talking, and it'll be 4 million different things by then.
Yeah.
So this podcast is basically going to embody that to a T.
Yeah. Plus, we love hearing ourselves talk, which is fun.
Oh, yeah. We're narcissistic as fuck.
Some fun facts about us is we're born 2 days apart.
That is a fun fact.
And we both live in New England. Not so fun, but...
Oh, God, yeah. To all our New Englanders out there, what's up?
What's up? This winter is weirdly warm.
What about New England?
Snow.
Patriots.
Oh, God.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes. Iced coffee when it's negative 12 degrees outside.
Massachusetts drivers.
I'm sorry to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
No.
No, so Gabi, you wanna share a little fun fact to get us started, to learn about who you are as a person?
Fun fact about me. Well, shit. 4 years ago? 4 years ago.
4?
No, it was 3 years ago.
I think. 3.
It's our sophomore year.
Okay.
Was that 3 years ago? Yeah.
4?
I don't know. I don't know how time works.
2017.
2017. Got to see the front bottoms. That was the last time we saw the front bottoms live. I got to photograph them as one of my first big shows.
Why did you photograph them, Gabi?
Because I'm a photographer and I like concert photography.
Anybody want to hire Gabi to photograph them?
I have a BFA, if that means anything to anyone.
She does have a degree in it. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
First show I ever photographed, though. I'm not going to say the name of the band. Well, I don't know. Doesn't matter. It was a...
They suck.
Metal show. Well, actually, it was the headliner band. It was, like, the big band that I've been listening to for, like, years. The singer, when I was photographing him, he kept coming over to me and shoving his crotch in my face when I have my camera. Was not a fan. Fan. They rhyme with, well, no, it's the name of a movie starring Meryl Streep. That's all I'm going to say. Devil Wears Prada.
Oh! Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
So it's only up from there, I could imagine. And it was.
That's true.
That is true.
What other shows have you photographed?
I photographed Claro. I photographed. Who else have I fucking? Oh, my Silver Sun Pickups. I don't know how, but they found me, which I did not realize a member of the Panic at the Disco was in.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt very stupid.
You also almost photographed Courtney Burnett.
I did, and then my camera got ruined in the rain. It was the only Canon body that could not get even a drop of water on it, otherwise it would break, and I didn't know that.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was just standing there, so sad, soaked.
I remember because I picked you up and I was like, "It's okay, sweetie," but
it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. It was such a goal to photograph her, and then that happened. But that's okay. It was humbling.
It wasn't.
No.
Was it humbling for
It
you?
was upsetting. I just had to buy a new camera.
Oh gosh.
My battery still isn't charged the same anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
What's a fun fact about you that you want people to know?
What's a fun fact about me?
Go around the room and say.
All right. What's a fun little icebreaker?
No,
I don't know. I am. Whoa. I don't know anything about myself.
Right? Head empty.
Okay, fun fact about me. I'm a little graphic designer. I got a BFA in that shite. And I make stickers for little fandoms and TV shows.
Which fandoms and TV shows?
Well, right now I have stickers for Julie and the Phantoms, which is my favorite show at the moment. I don't even care that it's a kids show. I mean,
it's kind of dark for a kids show though.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's, if you don't know the show, it's about these 3 boys that die and they become ghosts, and then they come back, as ghosts, meet this girl, and they become in a band together because everyone can hear them play music when they're with her. It's great. Acting is top notch. I will be shouting out Charlie Gillespie in every single one of these podcasts.
True.
I just I have to. That's a fun fact about me. I am a simp for Charlie Gillespie. But yeah. So do we address the elephant in the room? This is our sponsor.
This is Ben.
His name is Ben. He rules over us with graciousness and a top tier attitude. For those listening, it's a frog with a crown on its head.
A little gold crown.
Yes.
And he is who we are. He is who we stand for.
He is a Gemini through and through.
Yeah, isn't it obvious?
Can you see the resemblance? In my head, I just thought about shows when you put on audio, it's the opposite of written subtitles. It's audio captioning.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought in my head, 2 Geminis sit and face camera posing with a ceramic frog with a crown on its head. So again, if you're listening, there you go.
There you go. That's what just happened.
Yeah. Again, there's no. Did we already talk about how there's no structure?
That's pretty sure.
There's no structure whatsoever.
No structure.
I mean, there is. We're gonna share our stories. We're gonna share our life.
We're gonna speak our fucking truth.
We are gonna speak our fucking truth. We're gonna talk about hot topics, including Hot Topic.
What
Hot Topic sponsor us.
Hot Topic, bring back the Hot Topic necklace.
Bring back the emo.
Bring back the true emo.
If you could tell, which I feel like you probably couldn't based on how we look right now. We both went through our emo phases and we're still living in them.
Yeah.
If we did in fact scream Teenagers by MCR on
who
the
we
way.
were supposed to see this year.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we should talk about that.
It
was heartbreaking.
COVID ruined it for all of us. We were supposed to see them.
Yeah, we got tickets day of that they came out for the Boston show.
Yep.
And we had great seats too. We had front row of the first balcony. So we could have seen Gerard in all of his glory.
Gerard back. I could think it was that fucking vine.
I just thought about Josh Groban, kill yourself.
Oh, the dark stories that is Glee.
Glee. Every time I watch Glee, a major character dies.
Yeah, no, the first time it was.
I rewatched.
Well, Cory Monteith.
Yeah, I was watching Glee for the first time, and obviously Cory Monteith died. But then when I rewatched it for the first time, Mark Salling died, and then I rewatched it this summer, and R.I.P. Naya Rivera died. Yeah. And I don't know if that's a pattern, but it seems like one to me.
It's a little too close to home, though.
Yeah, it's
there's some power there.
It's a close call, right?
Dangerous. Don't sue her.
I hold the power of the cast of Glee in my hands. I'm not gonna watch it again in case that someone else dies, but you know, Matthew Morrison is on everybody's shit list, so I might be doing them a favor.
Honestly,
but I can't pick and choose, you know.
That's true. I feel like Lea Michele, Matthew Morrison, and Heather have kind of gone down a little hill since then.
Yeah, especially with that Grinch performance.
What the
Nobody
hell was
talked about that after it came out. We were talking about it before we did on TikTok, but
on a news report it said it was bad enough to ruin Christmas. How sad
I think it ruined Christmas.
I think it did too. I think it was too sexual. I don't understand why.
He said that he took inspiration from from the Joker,
which shouldn't be a thing because it's a children's movie.
But Joker's you should take inspiration from all the source material that already exists from the Grinch.
Cartoon, Jim Carrey, like you have that.
Right.
Why the Joker?
I never really liked the Grinch growing up though. I liked the Cat in the Hat better.
That's fair.
Oh
God. Why don't you tell your story about your relationship with the Cat
in the Hat?
Oh
my God, boy, do I love the live action Cat in the Hat. That's my fun fact. I could probably quote that entire movie from beginning to end. It's like my party trick. I'll go to a party. I never go to parties.
It's COVID.
And even before COVID. I'm thinking about that one party that we went to that one time.
The 21st birthday.
We'll circle back to that.
Right.
Okay. See, we're already starting out fun with our little fun stories. We have so many
We
weird
had too
stories.
much random shit happen to us.
Yeah, it's like at a point it's like we should have a memoir. Oh my gosh. Oops. We should have a memoir of all the things that have happened to us because most people don't even believe it. Like we will tell stories to our friends, like friends that we've made in like the past year or so, and they'll be like, this doesn't seem real. And I'm like,
I swear to God.
Yeah, I swear to God, there's no way around this. This is a real thing.
Our two energies summon something bad every time.
Yeah, it's pure chaos.
Except some of the fun stuff.
There have been a lot of fun things.
Remember the night before we went to see Portugal the Man, we were at the Valentine's Day dance?
It wasn't Valentine's Day.
It wasn't? Oh, no.
It was May.
It was, what was the dance for then?
It was just for fun.
Oh, okay. Was it at,
We lived in Portland, Maine for a while, which
a majority of these stories come from.
Right. And if you've ever been to Portland, Maine, it's a hot tourist area. But you know, it was fun to I was about to say grow up in. We didn't grow up there, but we grew there. We blossomed. Ew. We became who we are from that.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. How many years ago we became friends? 5 years ago we became friends. We would not have had the balls to make this podcast, but here we are sharing our lives with you guys. So hey,
a little too open, but it's fine.
Do we circle back to the Cat in the Hat thing? Yeah. Do we circle back to the Cat in the Hat thing? Because look at that, we just went on a whole tangent.
So the Cat in the Hat.
I love it. That's all I'm gonna say.
What about you connecting to the character?
Oh yeah, I was in Seussical,
Insert
the musical
photo here.
Yeah, why not? I was in Seussical, the musical, in 8th grade. I was the cat. I was in every single scene. I carried that entire show. And if you went to my school and you were in that show, just know that I was probably better than you.
Drag them through the mud.
We didn't have a set. We barely had costumes, but I looked great. Once again, insert another photo here.
The photo used to be my home screen on my phone.
Oh my God, it was. Yeah. And I have a video recording of it, but I have no idea where that is.
We
It's
watched
lost
it
in
in
the abyss.
college.
We did. I showed it to Gabby, and I think she was scarred for life.
It was terrifying.
It was terrifying, but I was great.
The makeup was so scary.
I know. My whole face was painted white like a cat. And then I had like black lipstick on. Oh my god.
It's a really goth moment for you.
I know. I looked like I looked like the 5th member of Kiss. I looked like the reject member of Kiss.
Oh my god,
Oh
that's
no.
so accurate. Insert
I'm
photo
literally
Kiss with the cat.
I'm gonna have to go in and Photoshop me into the Kiss picture. Wow.
Gene Simmons, she's coming for you.
Yeah.
Did you know they still tour?
Yeah,
So
I know. So old. They should ask me to join their tour.
can
But
do their
as the cat. This is such genuine laughter right now. I'm literally tearing up. Oh my god.
No. My stomach still hurts from laughing so hard last night. We watched some Cody Co videos of him reading dirty fanfiction.
Let us know if we should get drunk and do a podcast episode of us just reading really cringy fanfiction.
I feel like for reference, the fanfiction was written about him, so it made it 10 times worse.
Right, there are no fanfictions about us. Well, you want to change that.
If you want to change that, send us your Wattpad.
I really don't understand Wattpad. No shame to Wattpad users, but I'm an AO3 kind of gal.
But also, then the person who wrote the kissing booth was on Wattpad. So all the hate to Wattpad. We sat through those 2 fucking movies. And for what? What is our third?
Okay, but oh my gosh. Wow.
All right.
I feel like there was also something we were gonna circle back to after we circled back to the Cat in the Hat, but it's so far gone.
Party.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wait,
So, oh my god, we should have like a little. We should have
fine.
like a little jingle in our interludes of like story time.
Like a Batman.
Yeah. Story
Oh my
time.
god, I'm crying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's time for a story, and
It's time for a story.
settle down, kids.
Story. No Burnham's little jingle here.
So Gabby was hanging out with this dude.
Uh-huh.
His name is I'm calling him out by name.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No.
He was such a creep.
No.
No, he was kind of fun. So Gabby was talking to this dude.
His name was Larry.
Yeah, Larry David.
We're gonna call him Larry.
I'm so
And his friend
I got
Keith.
so we were way too unhinged for our first episode. Larry and Keith.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Alright, this is what you're in for, guys.
Okay. Anyways. Oh no. Oh god. Okay.
I knew this guy and she knew this guy. And they were best friends.
Much like us, they were besties for life. I don't know. I don't know if they're still friends. Anyways,
I don't keep up with them.
okay, so Gabby knew this guy, and I was on Tinder, and I matched with this dude, and Keith, and
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban and Larry. Be completely candid with you guys, we had to just pause for a moment because we couldn't stop laughing.
I just hit my nail on the chair.
Oh
That hurt
no.
so bad.
Okay, anyways, back to our story time. So Gabby was talking to this dude. I was talking to this dude on Tinder, whatever. She met him from Tinder. I met him from the other dude from Tinder. And so I matched with him. We're just talking. And then he's like, oh, it's my best friend's birthday tomorrow. And then Gabby was talking to the other dude for a minute at the same time. He was like, oh, it's my birthday tomorrow. And I was like, oh, who's your friend? Maybe I know him. I don't know how that, like, I added 2 and 2 together, but we found out that they were best friends.
Yep.
So he invites us to his best friend's birthday. We go to his best friend's birthday.
I message Larry and I say, hey, I think your friend is talking to my roommate.
Yeah. So we went. Mm-hmm. It was probably the worst party we've ever been to.
It was a weird time. Everyone was there. Okay, so it was the 21st birthday party for reference.
Yeah.
Everyone was there just for the free alcohol.
Right, of course.
That's why we were there.
Right.
Why else would we be?
It was just like, and then the dude didn't even talk to me the whole time.
No.
Which was, pretty lame.
He was like nervous or something.
Oh my God, something stupid like that. And Larry kept coming up to us and being like, oh my God, like, he's missing out, man. Like, you are so beautiful. Like, you guys are hot. Like, blah, blah. And he was like hyping us up like way too much. And we were sitting in his room, like on his bed where all these other people were. Like, there were people in every single room, right? It was a house party.
Yeah.
And we were watching these girls go back and forth into the bathroom. And we're like,
groups of like 7 girls.
Yeah, there were like a gaggle of girls each time coming in and out and in and out. And so we're like, huh.
I think we know.
I wonder what's going on in there. I don't know if we can say what's going on in there.
Look, we can call it something else. They're having a nose party in the bathroom.
They were doing something. They were doing
something with their noses.
Anyways, so
there was a line out the door.
We were like, and in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were watching them coming in and out, and we're like, oh my God, like, I know what's happening. And then Larry comes up to us later and he was like, I was in the bathroom in and out of the bathroom so many times tonight. We're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, I missed you guys.
Yeah, he was like way too excited for us to be there, but yeah.
He was hugging us on his way out. He kept hugging us.
And then we went to Denny's.
Yeah, we went to Denny's, drunk as shit.
That's the only way to go to Denny's, though.
And we didn't even eat our food. It was absolutely
We'd go to
garbage.
IHOP, hungover, but you gotta go to Denny's when you're blasted.
But something told us not to eat the Denny's food, and
it wasn't good. We got nachos.
We got nachos, and I got an omelet, and I got
chicken tenders.
Yeah, and we ate none of it.
Yeah.
It was just so.
And then other people from the party showed up, and they were like,
"Hey, you were from Larry's party. Hey, you were from Larry's party."
Yeah.
Everyone left his party.
Everybody. Poor guy. How you doing out there?
Should we talk about his sisters? Or should we not?
Yeah, go off, sis.
All right, so circling back to inside the party, there was a few girls on his bed just passing around.
Yeah, they were like really close to each other. They were vibing with each other, and we were like, I feel like they're,
Yeah, they were smoking some herb. And so, first of all, it took them,
No, they handed it to me.
They handed it to you.
And they're like, hey.
Do you know Larry?
And I was like, oh, Gabi knows him.
And they were like, how do you know him? I was like, oh, well, I matched with him on Tinder. Like, for reference, a lot of girls there, you could tell, were from Tinder.
Right.
They were out of his league by far.
Yes, for sure.
by a ton. And so, did we ask them if they were dating? Or did we just assume they were dating?
We assumed.
We assumed they were dating.
And we were like,
how do you know?
How do you know him? Yeah. And they were like, we're his sisters. And we were like,
they did not want me to smoke their herb, given the fact of I've been on that bed before and after they were there.
Ew.
I know.
Gross.
But they were fine with you hitting it. As soon as they gave it to me, they're like, you can take a small one.
Yeah, I was like, can I pass it? Yeah.
Rude.
It was weird.
Also, why are your younger sisters at your 21st?
It wasn't even that. It was just the way they interacted with each other. They didn't look anything like him, nor did they look like each other. So I was, maybe they weren't his sisters.
No, because I remember we looked at their Instagrams later. We did our
Yeah,
research.
deep dived.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because it was just weird. But now I get why they didn't want me to smoke their.
I don't know.
But also, a lot of girls were there from Tinder.
Right.
And it was like all.
And the other girl.
Yeah.
A girl I worked with for like 2 weeks was there too.
Yeah, a girl I went to school with was there, and she ignored us the whole time.
The girl that I worked with for 2 weeks. She came up to me and she goes, I know you. And I was like, I know you. And then just like one of those kind of like movie moments where you're just like, huh. And then we figured it out later and didn't talk to each other the rest of the night.
We didn't talk to anybody.
No, we dipped.
Everyone was like weird as fuck.
Yeah.
But also everyone was like in their own circles, like they knew him from college and like
the thing about
whatever.
Portland, Maine, and I feel like, you know, every place has these kind of people, but when people grow up in that area versus us who went there for college, like there's a different energy with them, you know, they're just so, they're like, I don't know.
They're very into themselves.
Yeah, they were, especially in Portland, like they were weird.
Yeah.
But
we got to know different Portland locals and it wasn't any better. For the most part.
Yeah, it wasn't any better.
It was the misogyny for me.
We just knew so many weird people.
Yeah, and I met so many of them through Tinder and then tried to...
Gabby brought a lot of weird people into our lives.
And I started going over to other places and I never came back.
You never came back? Where are you now? My gosh.
Oh my god. Yeah.
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 Oh boy.
Yeah. Portland was too small for that.
We had some moments. If you guys know the show Broad City, with Abby Jacobson and Alana Glazer, there are heroes. That show embodied what our friendship was like. And to this day, I think we strive to be them as much as we can. But like, yeah, just us sharing a combined brain cell was our lives in Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great introduction to us.
Yeah.
As far as it goes, you know, that is what everybody needs to need. They need to need it.
They need to need us.
Love to love you.
God, what's a good next story? Where should I transition from Larry David's party?
Larry David.
If we couldn't get any closer to one another, we also worked at the same fucking place.
Oh yeah, so we went to school with each other. We lived together, and we worked together for a year.
However, our boss tried her fucking hardest to make sure we weren't on the same shifts.
We were great though. Like we
didn't have to communicate. We just knew what we were gonna do.
Should we give some advice? This is our advice section. Thank you.
With a grain of salt.
Take it with a grain of salt. She doesn't even know what I'm saying yet. Just don't listen to her, okay? She's gonna go off right now. Just let her do it, and then ignore it. Fast forward 10 minutes, and then I'm just kidding. Anyways, no. We were great roommates. We lived together from freshman year to senior year. We lived in a dorm freshman year. And we got an apartment sophomore through senior year. I mean, in my opinion, I thought we were, rock fucking solid. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have bullshit
arguments
fights or beef. The first roommate I had, her friend was having issues with her roommate, so they thought a good idea was to have me move into the roommates they were having issues with, and then her friend could move into the dorm I was in, and I said, fuck no, why do I have to leave for this drama?
And then because our school's policy about changing rooms was, I don't know how other schools are. We don't know anything about regular college, but being art students, but it was so difficult to get a room changed. They really were like, you have to work it out. You have to, make it work. Because I had a problem with my roommate freshman year, and she was my worst nightmare as far as a roommate. I'm sure she's a fine person. But she was my pet, every single one of my pet peeves, into a single human being. And I had to live 5 feet away from her. So I was ready to jump out a window. But that was only a month.
Yeah. And you were trying to get a single and they wouldn't give it to you.
Right. And they gave it to someone else who had no problem with his roommate, just wanted a single.
How does that make sense?
I don't know. Anyways, so when your roommate moved out, it was perfect. It was handed to us on a silver platter because we had been hanging out every single day since the last day of orientation, basically.
Yeah.
And we were like, you know what? I should just like move in with you. And how it was, we had 2 separate rooms. You lived in a bigger room, which was like our common area,
common space.
had a little closet of a kitchen, had a little tiny dining room table. And then it was like open to the hallway to exit out of the apartment. My room was the size of a literal closet.
The size of the closet in our apartment.
Yeah. And my stuff barely fit in there, but it worked really well for us because we had our own separate spaces. But the thing about us is that like we as roommates were really good. Back to what I was going to say about advice. I think like how we worked so well together was we had a set of rules that weren't like really extreme.
Yeah,
like they weren't unrealistic. And we, you know, liked each other. Like, you know, we liked being in each other's company and we knew when to like just, you know, hang out by ourselves or whatever. But we would sit in the living room for, you know, like an entire Saturday just vibing on our phones or whatever while watching movies and stuff. And we didn't really get like sick of each other.
Hours of YouTube content.
Mm-hmm. As we do the same now.
Yeah.
Even though we don't live together now.
I remember when they were trying to get me to move out, they said the easiest thing for us to do would to be have you like go into the storm. And I said, no. Why does that make sense?
Right.
Sorry that the roommates aren't working out. That's not my problem.
Right. And then when I said that I wanted to move into yours, they were like, okay, here's the keys.
Yeah, she literally gave you the key in 2
Day
seconds.
of, yeah.
She literally just was like, yeah, here you go.
It was great. But when I moved in, remember you wouldn't help me move any of my stuff in?
Because you wanted to move in the night we were doing the like
that was the night that I had to. Because
well, it was between that or Saturday. And then I was like, I'm doing this thing Friday. And then you wanted to move in Friday. It was the night that...
I'm pretty sure, didn't you do it on on the Saturday?
No, it was a Friday.
Oh, I don't remember.
Because Ugly Ass was up.
Oh, yeah.
For the weekend.
Ugly Ass. Yeah. You're right.
And then we got Domino's.
But it was like 12 o'clock at night and there were like 2 people and I was like, hey, can you just hold the door open for me? And you were like, no. I was like...
You want to remember what happened that night?
No.
The hair.
Oh my God. Back to story time.
Someone left hair.
A whole bundle of hair.
Outside of our door. We opened it
in the hallway.
Later. It was gone. It was just gone.
I noticed it too. I walked in and I went, Gabby, there's hair in the hallway. And you were like, what? And we like all went back to the hallway and then it was gone. Disappeared.
Was that an omen?
Yeah.
Was that the ghost?
Yeah. We definitely had a ghost in our apartment.
You all witnessed the ghost.
Yeah.
At one point
if you don't believe in ghosts, you're wrong because there was one in
live
ours.
In Miles Standish.
Live in our freshman dorm and we will prove you wrong.
Oh my God. That was so scary the last night.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to be seen.
Oh my God. It was like, we think it was just like some gal hanging out with us.
Yeah, she was vibing, but it was terrifying.
She would open and close my closet door all the time
at
night.
Yeah. And it was hard to open too.
Mm-hmm.
None of us
it would
could get
click
open.
Shut. And then you have to actually turn it and open it. But then it would just go.
Was our dorm what used to be a brothel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, they chose really weird.
There were
buildings.
horse stalls in the basement.
Oh, the basement was absolutely terrible.
There were horse stalls in the basement. Where did the horses get into the how did the horses get in the basement?
I don't know.
It was a basement.
The stairs were so narrow too. It's not like they could just walk them down the stairs and
right.
walk them back up.
And it was an apartment building.
And yeah, it was
why were there horses? Imagine if one time we went down there and there was a horse.
You won't be fucking
in
surprised.
The stall.
I remember when we were doing laundry in the basement, which first of all terrifying in the first place.
Always.
People always left their shit.
Yep.
And you'd have to put it
doing
in the
laundry in college is never a fun time.
I did it maybe once a month. Until I ran out of clean underwear. It was the grossest thing. But I was like, I can really wear this shirt and these pants, but once my underwear was done, I was done.
Yeah.
But
you also had a lot of clothes.
That's true. But remember when we were coming up the stairs at like midnight?
And the guy was standing outside
the door just doing yoga, but he was like right at the door.
And he like looked at us. Scary.
Because there was like just a clear glass door.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying. That whole place was a nightmare. We had no heat all winter.
Oh my God. We could tell a billion stories about our freshman dorm. And they're unlike anybody else. Like, I feel like when my sister went to college, she would tell stories about like her freshman year experience, and it was like, oh, we had like parties and like we got drunk and or we got caught by RAs or something like that. No. For us, we had ghosts.
We had
and no power and gas leaks. Oh my god, we'd have a gas leak, and they wouldn't come fix it.
Yeah, no. It was we had a little like a
gas stove. Yeah.
For some reason they thought a gas stove would be great.
Because they weren't gonna replace any of the appliances.
No, even though they should have.
Yeah.
But it's okay. They sold the dorm that we lived in. I feel like we should say that too. That's gone now.
Right, they demolished it after like 2 years.
Yeah. So we got the pleasure of living there for one of the last.
But then the apartment we lived in was very nice.
Very nice. We should have put a washer dryer in, but that's okay.
That's on us.
That is on us. We didn't think about it that hard. We would have done so much more laundry.
Yeah. Why are you exposing our laundry habits?
I don't know.
We were in college. We hated laundry.
Fuck laundry.
Laundry's a social construct.
But now I keep up with it. How the tables have tabled.
I would hope you'd keep up with it.
Yeah. I have nothing else to do at this point.
I just go buy new clothes.
Oh my god.
I think I have a shopping addiction. With no money. Yeah.
We talked about a lot of shit.
We did. Look at that. What do you should we talk about something like our goals? Like, what are your goals for this little podcast?
My goal for this little podcast is that it gets enough traction so we can start making some money from it to be able to afford to move out into a nice apartment again.
Yeah.
In California.
Yeah. Or anywhere. Rome. Paris. London. Paris. The center of the earth. I don't know. Anywhere else.
Anywhere else but New England is the goal, honestly.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What do you think your goal is for this podcast?
My goal is to have fun. And my goal is to have fun and, share stories and hope that people actually like listening to them.
Yeah.
And make a lot of money.
Basically, we need jobs.
That's us in all aspects of our life. We're not like, oh, we're doing this podcast to make money. No, it's like we are manifesting money in everything in our lives.
Mm-hmm. Everything. Because it's hard right now.
Yeah.
It's tough out there.
COVID.
Fuck COVID.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
I think as far as first episodes go, this was absolutely chaotic.
We cried. We shared some giggles and some tears.
some giggles, yes. And we will be posting weekly. Mm-hmm. As far as
we're concerned, weekly.
Right now, weekly for sure. And this is gonna be up, I think, February 5th. So happy Friday. TGIF. And again, follow us on socials. If you're on YouTube, we have it linked in the description. If you watched our little beautiful faces and our vibes, and you got to see Ben in all of his glory. But if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever, you can follow us at Double Gemini Podcast on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. So that sounded like an outro to me.
That did sound like a solid outro. Remember to subscribe.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button, or
if you like us.
Add us to a playlist or whatever. Come along on this journey of us being fucking nuts. I feel like girlies. The girlies.
Oh, no.
The girlies are always like, ah, so chaotic,
Subscribe.
And then we're actually like, ah, for like 20 fucking minutes where we have to turn it off and compose ourselves. So I feel like I hope that, translated into, the energy that we're trying to put out to you guys. And I hope that, you like us. If you came from our TikTok, I hope this lived up to any expectation that you had for us. We
hope we reached your standards.
Yeah, we have high standards, so I hope we met them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
this has been Double Gemini podcast, our first episode.
first ever episode.
We'll probably have little clips of us on TikTok.
Yeah, you will most likely have seen us by now. Go follow us, and keep vibing. All right.
Keep holding on.
Keep holding on.
That's a great song.
I did a dance to that song once.
No shit, really?
Yeah. I'll have to find it. Put it here. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine. Unless you want to see it.
Comment if you want.
Let us know. All right.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.